Hi, it's Kate from Inkstampshare. Today I'm going to show you how to make a mini album using the mini treat bag Thinlit dies from Stampin' Up. These are the main components of the die set. You get to make a little treat bag with them and they're useful for loads of different things. I'm going to show you how to make the album, but this is what you get in the set. Mine has been well used and it's looking rather grubby in the packet, but I need to put it on a magnetic sheet really, which I do with most of my dies. So you get the main components and then you get some little banner framelets, you get an enjoy word, you get for you get stars, you get, oh hang on, it's stuck on, dots or perforations, you get hearts. You can use these middles, the negative, all the positives of these, can't you? You get a big star, you get a heart, you get another little banner that looks a little bit like washi tape, I suppose, and then there's a bow as well. So you can really, if you're making little treat bags, you can do loads and loads to decorate them. Just thought I'd show you what you get in the pack because this set is retiring at the end of May. It's fabulous and useful for so many things. So I thought I'd grab it, get it out and use it again. So let's put all those away and put them out of the way. I'm also using these gorgeous papers that you can see here. The Sweet Soiree papers that I've been using a lot of lately. They are stunning. They are specialty foiled papers, as you can see, and they're absolutely gorgeous. And I've hardly got any left to show you. You can see the scraps, you can see what I've been using, and I'll show you some really pretty papers, and I'll show you the ones that I'm using for this project. They're also retiring at the end of May. We've got a lot of brand new stuff coming in with the new catalogue, so it makes way, the retiring list makes way for those things. So I'll show you how we've made the little treat bags. Now to make my album, I'm going to use 4 of the treat bags, and I've already cut and stuck together 3 because it could be very tedious you watching me cutting it and gluing. So I've made 3, but I've not stuck the bottom flap on them yet. I've left that open. But this is the treat bag that you get. This is the shape and the size, and you can see how gorgeous they look with those papers. They're lovely. So I've made 3 so far. I've made 2 of each. I've got another one here to show you how to do it. The papers I've used a sheet each of these, and each 2 bags takes 3/4 of a sheet of 12 by 12. So to make 4 bags, you just need 2 sheets and you get loads left over. Hope that makes sense. Okay, so let's move these 3 out of the way, and I'll show you what happens when you put your piece through the big shot. So I cut my patterned paper, my DSP, into 6 by 6 squares. So you get 4 out of each 12 by 12 sheet. Okay, so that fits in there. So that goes through the big shot like that. And then that's 1 6 by 6. And then you can get 2 side panels out of another 6 by 6. Hence you only need three 6 by 6 squares to make 2 bags. If you have it, it'll all make perfect sense. Okay, let's put them out of the way. So that's what happens when you run it through the big shot. You get these pieces. And they're already scored as well, so all you need to do is fold them. Now this specialty designer series paper is really thick. It's heavy cardstock weight, so just need to make sure it's really well scored because it's really robust, which is great for bags and boxes and books and things. So I'm going to get my bony folder and just make sure my creases are nice and sharp on the edge there. I need to make sure that will come up like that one. And I think I've already scored this one. Let's give it another go. There we go. Okay, so that's how the bag comes together, like this. That's the back of the bag. Okay, like that. Okay, so I'm going to use some of the tear and tape to stick it together. So I'm going to put a piece down this piece here. Like this. Yeah, and then I'm going to put a piece on this side as well. And that's pretty much it almost for making the bag itself. So simple, just 2 pieces. Okay, So I'm going to take the backing off the tearing tape and I'm going to line it up. Now you can line it up quite easily. And just check on this side that you've got the join, like so. So it is equal. So that's not great, but it's not too bad. It could have been better. Never the same on camera, is it? Right, there we are. Just ease it over slightly. And then I'm going to take this one off as well. I just thought, I remember years ago seeing somebody making a mini album with paper bags. And I just thought, this would work. This would be perfect. There we go. So we've got our little bag, but I've left, sorry, I'm not showing you very well. We've got the little bag, but I have left the bottom open here. And I've done the same with all of them. Okay, so I've left them open. And I'm going to use this bottom to stick them together. Oh, I haven't stuck this one together at all. There we go. I thought I was really efficient and I wasn't at all. Let's do this again then. I'll put it down here. Like that. Missed a bit. Like so. Now the very first one I'm going to stick together on the bottom as well. It's going to be my first little bag. Oh, my dog's heard something. Here we go. So just make a bag like that. And there's your one bag completed. How cute is that? Wouldn't that be lovely to put a little present in? These mini gift bag dies are so useful for so many things. Okay, and then I'm going to alternate them to stick them together. So I think I'm going to start off with this one. And I am going to stick that one that way, I think. And then I'm going to stick that one. Got to remember how to do it. That way. Doesn't really matter how you do it, to be honest, because they're all going to come together. I'm going to stick like that, like that. And then that one like that. And then that one like that. So they alternate, they all come over the side. Something like that, I think. Right. So I'm going to put some of my more tearing tape on the bottom. There we are. So it's just a matter of assembling our little bags together now. To make them meet. And push it in and push it down. So you've got two that stick together like that. And then I think that way. Nearly there. Yeah, so pop that one over there as well. Just put it down slightly, there we are. You can use your bone folder on it if I can find what I did with it. Got another one here. It's right by there. Can't see for looking. There we go, give it a good squish. And then I'm going to put the last one on it as well. And we are going to have, ooh, I'm going to have our album, our mini album. Now I wonder if I'm going to stick this one that way. Yeah, I'm going to stick that one that way. And we're going to put a cover on it. And it's really simple to make the cover. I just kind of worked it out. So we'll put that on there. You can see all the layers layering up, but we're going to cover it up. Okay, so we have got our little bags that make the basis of our little mini album. Okay, and I've got a piece of the coordinating cardstock. So you can buy all the DSP packs from Stampin' Up. You can buy a pack of the cardstock that goes with it with the relevant colours in it. So I've chosen the old olive in this and this to match. And it's A4, metric size A4, and I am just going to cut it at 4 inches to make my cover. I'm just going to slice that off and use it. Now, I'm also going to give myself a little bit of a spine. So from one edge, I am going to score at 5 3/4 of an inch with my scoring blade. I'm going to turn the whole thing round, and from the other side, I'm going to score at 5 3/4. So I'm leaving myself like this little narrow gap for my spine. Let's move the scorer. And I'll just burnish those folds. So simple. Okay, and I'm going to put some of my favourite glue down the middle. Before I do that, I'm going to round the corners. Now I've got my corner rounder. There's also a corner rounder in the envelope punch board as well. So if you haven't got a corner rounder but you've got one of those, use that. You don't even have to round the corners, it's just my preference. Makes it look like a little book. I love mini albums, and it's been so long since I made one. I thought it was about time. And it's just such a bit of fun. So it's going to go in here like this. And to make it stick down, I'm going to use some Tombow. Surprisingly works. So right down the spine, if I've got any left in this one, I think that needs to go in the bin because it feels very empty. I'm going to put glue. Use a really decent glue. You can use very thin tearing tape if you've got some of that to fit down that gap. And we're going to hold it together and hope it's going to glue together. Just give it a minute to stick. I'm hoping it will. I did a practice run to see if it would work, and I'll show it to you. This is just my dummy run, and I did it using the fresh florals, and it stuck perfectly with the Tombow, so I'm hoping it will work this time. It might take a bit longer because this cardstock is a lot heavier than the other one. So fingers crossed. So let's let that dry. And if it doesn't, I'll use some fast fuse or some more tape. So when this is dry, my book is going to open like this. Okay. And I am going to punch some holes in the cover. It is sticking. It's sticking quite well actually. So I'm going to start off by punching some holes in the cover so that we can I can show you how we're going to tie it together when we're done. I'm going to put 2 holes, and I'm just going to eyeball them with my hole punch in the cover, just at the edge. Let's do it that way up. I can see what I'm doing. It's a general idea. Like that. Now, to make sure I get it the right both sides, I'm just going to put a little pencil hole through the middle cheek like that. So you've got the pencil hole, and then we can just punch on top of those. There we go. Okay. Okay, and then when this goes together at the end, I'm going to use some of the metallic edged white ribbon to keep it together. I'm going to thread it through like this. Now this is going to be a video 2 halves. I'm also going to show you how to decorate it and finish it. In the next part. And it's sticking really well in the album. It's sticking, that Tombow is brilliant. But I just need to let it set a bit more. So when I come to shut the album, we're going to have the ribbon going through it like this. Okay. Here comes the fun type, bow tying part that I'm rubbish at. There. And I will trim it off and I will decorate it. Now I am going to decorate it and that will come in my next part of the video. But what I'm going to use, you can use anything you like. You can use design series papers, you can put photographs in it, which I will do. You can use the lovely Memories and More cards and they're ideal for this. So what I thought I would do is I got some of the Celebration Memories and More cards. They were in the same suite as the papers and I thought they were ideal to match the papers I've got. Obviously you can use any papers you like and any pattern papers, any Memories and More cards, anything you want. But I am going to use these because they match the papers. And I've cut one down to size and it's going to go on the front of my album. And I'm going to decorate it with these. So I shall come back in a little while and get on decorating it with you. So I hope you like the video. Do come back for part 2. All the measurements, everything I've used, all the products will be on my blog at inkstampshare.ink. If you like both the videos, or please give me a thumbs up and subscribe and click that little bell down below to get notifications of when the next one comes along. Thanks for stopping by. Hi, it's Kate from Inkstampshare. I'm back with the second half of my tutorial about making a little mini album using the mini treat bag framelit dies from Stampin' Up. So in the first part I showed you how to construct it, how to make the little bags that would hold all the things you want, and how to make a little cover for the top. So this is simply just decorating it. I've used some Memories and More cards. They're perfect size to fit or cut down to stick on my pages and to matte layer photographs with. And of course you can get them to coordinate your cardstock. So I've used those and I've just literally chosen the ones that I fancied, that I wanted. I really didn't overthink it. And just did it really fast so that because you can spend hours and honestly really it looks fine, whichever one you choose. So I've used my snail adhesive for my glue to stick it all together with. So, and I've put the white ribbon through with the metallic edge through the holes just to close it. So on the front of my little album, I've taken some more of this designer series paper that I was using to make the little pockets with, and I've just cut it 1/4 of an inch smaller. I'll put the dimensions on my blog at Inkstampshare so you can see exactly how I've made it. I've taken one of the cards, the bigger 4x6 cards, and just slightly trimmed it to fit. And I'll show you the inside. And it's just a little memory book for a weekend away we've had. So here we go. Here are all the little pockets, and I've put things in them. So I've put another one of those big cards on the front there and just cut it down. One of the journaling cards in it, I've written what we did. So this one says the story behind this photograph. So I've written where we were and the date and why we were there and all the great things that we did of note. You know, I just bullet pointed it. And inside, then I've got some more of the cards. So I've got a picture of the family on this one, which is really cute. And then over here, I've got some more of the cards, make it look pretty. This beach we were walking along was great for fossils in Devon, so we found one of those. I've got, this was today, was a day to remember. This was our dog's very first running free walk on beach. We found a lovely dog-friendly beach that was really secluded, and he was in heaven. He loved it. There's another one, The Good Life. Thinlit things I enjoy the very most. So I just wrote the things that I really liked about being away, you know, what I really liked about the weekend. Some other little snaps on some of the cards. I just glued them on. We went fossil hunting. Got pictures of the dog where we stayed. Just simple, literally, I've just stuck it on. And it's made it very easy to do it. And I've used the classic label punch from Stampin' Up just to make little labels to stick on there. I think the longer you take and the more you overanalyze it, the less likely it is to complete a project. So I'd rather get it done and just stick it down and be happy with it. A little note about the dog's first run on the beach. He absolutely loved it. And then I've got some more in this pocket. The reason we were there was for a birthday party. I like this card. It says collect moments, not things. Yeah, there's lots of moments that I've documented. My son took his drone out on the beach and it crashed into the cliff and we couldn't get it back. There's another memory, so I've popped that in there. And they all just fit in there. And as you can put all your little memorabilia in there, receipts, tickets to make you remember things you've done and places you've been. And you can pop it all there. And I've just put another one of those cards in the back to make it look pretty. So you can put anything you like in there if you make one. It could be a little brag book for a granny or granddad, or it could be a birth or wedding or christening or just a little birthday party, weekend away. Anything like that. I think they're ideal. And the mini treat bag dies make these cute bags to make pocket pages with. So I've just used 4 in mine. I'm sure you can make it as big as you like. So just make your spine slightly bigger. I hope you like it. I think it's really cute. It's something I'm going to keep for ages. I haven't made mini books for ages and ages, but I used to do a lot of them. And I've got some gorgeous ones when my oldest children were really small. So I know there's something that I kind of look back on quite often and keep. I hope I've inspired you. If you like the video, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe. Click the little bell down below if you want notifications of when I post a video. And hop over to my blog for all the materials I've used, how I did it and the dimensions. And that's where my online shop is too. That's inkstampshare.ink. Thank you for stopping by.